Why you got that look on your face?
Because I wasn't hearing anything at first, and I'm like,
Ah,
and it came up.
It's
All right.
it's your brass section. You
I know,
got to
I
hear
love
that.
brass.
Mhm. Hey,
It's
welcome
the only real
back.
music. I don't tell you.
Real music. You don't like Digital Underground, huh?
Oh God, no.
Come on, Digital Underground. That's classic.
See,
right
there you
That's
go.
classic.
We got a good guest coming up,
See that?
folks.
I mean, I'm the old guy in there. I want brass. I want the whole 9 yards.
That's right.
You
Oh,
know?
we're going to have to play us some Digital Underground
Tommy
after our guest
Dorsey.
leaves.
You know what I'm saying? There you go.
Yeah, yeah. I know
It's
I
all
like that
good.
too. It's all good.
Swing bands.
Trending SCV, Sonia Schmidt,
Joe Messina.
and who else do we have here?
I don't know. Who do we have here?
You do the intros.
Oh, I do the intro.
I can do my own. I'm Jess Guidroz.
There you go. You don't want to let him do
I'm
his
in the
own.
house.
Do it.
I'm here.
Do it.
We'll give him a discount. Go ahead. No, I mean, and seriously, tell people what your organization's about, what's
Yeah.
coming up this weekend, and we'll go for coffee.
Yeah, for sure. That sounds good. No, but my name's Jess. So I started the nonprofit The New Way. And I did it as I was teaching, and we started it to just help out the homeless students at my school initially. And then it was like we've kind of branched out, and we have a bigger vision now to help the homeless students in the Hart School District.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of our big fundraising events is Eat, Drink Local, which is this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a fun time. It's like super family friendly. We've got a lot of the local breweries and wineries out there. We've got food trucks. We've got a farmer's market type like swap meet area, live music, a kids kingdom with bounce houses. So it's like something for everyone to enjoy. And all proceeds from the event go to help these families. And so we're just super excited about it.
Wow. How does it help the families? So the proceeds help the families and help.
The proceeds do. And so what we kind of do is based on what we fundraise, we help in 3 categories. It's with temporary housing. So that's like people who need a hotel stay, motel stay. And then it's, permanent housing. So security deposits, first and last month's rent, help them get into homes. We do credit repair, because a lot of these people,
great.
they've been evicted. And so they can't get into a place. They need to repair their credit. So we help them with that. And the other one, which we're really excited about this year, is the Pantry Project, which is helping to stock these pantries of the schools that are heavily impacted. They have 50, 60, 70, even 80 homeless students at one school. So when you stock a pantry full of food, clothes, and toiletries, now these kids and their families can literally walk in with shopping bags.
Wow.
And they just take what they need. They go home, save money,
Very
helps them out.
good.
So we're really excited about that. And so that's where these proceeds
Very
go.
good.
Yeah.
Are you finding with as expensive as everything is now, you're getting less volunteer work, less donations, or are people still pitching in?
So people are definitely pitching in, but I don't have anything to base it off of because we've only been around for about 18 months.
Oh,
so
okay.
we don't have a whole lot. I've kind of just came in when the economy just went to the toilet.
Yes.
But believe it or not, I mean, we've raised in 12 months, we've raised 30,000.
Oh,
so
wow.
there's all been, or 27,800 that's all been donated to La Mesa exclusively. So now because of the support we've gotten from the community, we're like, yo, let's expand this vision. Let's see. If we've done that in 12 months, what can we do in 12 years?
Right.
So let's start now. Let's dive in and let's, host these events and blah, blah, blah. So we're excited. We're optimistic. And this city of Santa Clarita is so responsive. And I think one of the big issues is a lot of people don't know there's an issue.
Sure.
They don't even know there's an
I
issue.
did not know until you came in
Yeah,
talking about the
so-
youth homeless. Yeah.
Yeah, so when you look at the Hart District and there's 1,000, unhoused students, you just go, whoa, okay, well, there's clearly an issue because that's just one district. What about if we added up all the districts, elementary schools to high schools to, even college students? So definitely an issue. We're trying to.
So I got a text from somebody who said, how do you help with the credit repair if they've been evicted and that kind of thing? That's a big deal.
It's almost impossible. It's almost impossible. All we can do at that point, if they have an eviction, is we help them look for homes that are for rent, like house rent, like rentals, like that you can kind of go without credit check.
Right.
Also, we've had some luck with just raising their credit to the point where even though they have an eviction, someone can still consider them.
Yeah.
That sometimes does happen. It's just that's probably the biggest hurdle. Once you have that eviction, it's almost like we just have to go the home rental route with a private person that's not
Right. Like a sponsor, maybe?
almost like a sponsor. Yeah.
Now, what about jobs? Do you help people either job train or find employment as well?
So at that point, it's very kind of it's me just using my network and saying, hey, who do I know? I have a bunch of friends who are general contractors who, construction tends to be something that a lot of these guys that not a lot of background knowledge needs to be known. If a father needs work, we've done that. I also, one of our biggest donors that we have, that's a private donor behind the scenes, he runs a big business out here. and it's like a landscaping, carpet cleaning. He has different
sure.
veins, and so we've actually found 2 months ago we helped a family. We paid for their first and last month's rent to get in. The father was unemployed. That's a big issue, and so he gave him work. So now he's doing carpet cleaning with him. So it's temporary. It's not like, that's probably not super sustainable unless he sticks with it and really excels. But again, everything that we've done so far is super just like figure it out. Let's go.
Yeah,
Who do we know? Who can we pair with who?
Right.
And being born and raised in the city, like we have good resources. We have a lot of connections out here. So it's so far we've just gotten lucky. And I believe that if you're doing good things, your intentions are pure. God, the universe, whatever, will provide somebody to help meet you there.
And you're helping those children by helping the parents, folks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No, I agree. And again, a lot of these people, but a lot of the parents don't know where to turn. A lot of people don't know where to turn for help. And a lot of people, I won't call them prideful, but they're kind of somewhat prideful that they don't want to really ask for help. They want to your point, like, most of these people want to get some work, get back into the workforce and do, provide for their families.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you find that the kids don't want to reveal that they have a challenging situation out of?
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Even the first student I heard mention, kind of that sparked the idea to host this was so ashamed.
Right.
Essentially, I had to overhear him say he hadn't eaten in a couple of days. I had to keep him after class, give him some food, and then even build more rapport with him for a few minutes before I found out he was living in a car with his 2 siblings and his mom. Wow. And it's like, but even then, it's just head down, Mr. G, please don't tell anybody, like blah blah blah, and so it's definitely a big issue.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Like I said, I was explaining to somebody before you came in. Back when we had the quote-unquote Big Depression, I had just got on the board. But what I had thought was interesting was how many parents were hiding from their kids that they were in financial trouble. The boat goes first and the motorhome goes, right? And then they're hiding thing. And it just was like, just sit them down, let them know the reality of what's happening and how you're working through it. And do you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Take the shame away from it.
Yeah, big time. Because there shouldn't be shame, but at all. And something else too is that I think a lot of people are confused and maybe even hesitant to support because they think that this is a handout. And I even I run a nonprofit helping homeless families, and I even have that sort of in the back of my mind. Like, I want to make sure we aren't giving handouts because it's
incentivizing.
Like, you got to incentivize, but you have to meet me halfway. Like, when I'm for example, we just helped a family out last week, and single mom, she had some really challenging situation. And, I said, listen, we're not going to be able to go the standard route. You have to look for homes. I was like, spend 2 hours a day and call every single house for rent. I need you to do that for me. I don't have the time. I don't have the resources, but you find that, I'll get you into that home. But you need to put in that work to find that. Otherwise, it's just, you can't just sit back and wait, right? So I think that's important for people to know that we're not doing that. This isn't a handout.
So glad you're doing this.
Yeah. All right.
Eat, drink
One
local.
last time.
Eat, drink local.
Where do they find you? Where do they get it? How do they get there?
Absolutely. Eat, drink local is this Saturday, 2 to 8 p.m. at Central Park. It's free admission. Tons of fun for the family. All the food, all the drinks. Come out.
So fun.
Very cool.
Can't wait to see it.